Audio witness. Audio witness. Report R and D division. This is the sound of the resurrection department, processing the wreckage, reading the silence. While they watch the performance at the target center, the Dove protocol was reading the soul. The miller in the night has finished the grind. The old map is flour, the future is bread.
The gate is open.
The record begins.
The gate is open. The record begins. Every faithful step is the evidence.
From the noise to the signal, the future calls, the mirror holds, the frame remains. Together we rise. Together we stand. Find the record, read the witness report. 11 links to the core of the restoration. Go to the gate, speak the address. linktr.ee/ROCKYDUBROC linktree.ee/RockyDubRock. The signal is live, the path is clear. Authorized by the King of all Comedic, Satirical, and Family Training Covenants, Yeshua HaMashiach Adonai, backed up in the archives, so the coffee stays warm, so we forgive, we make another song, and we laugh together in the end.
The gate is open. The gate is open.
Hey, it's Rocky. We talk a lot about choosing hope and abiding, but we also know there are days when the mud feels a whole lot deeper than the grace. If today is one of those days, please know there's a signal of hope waiting for you too. Here in Stearns and Wright County, the Central Minnesota Crisis Team is available at 320-253-55555. If you're part of the LGBTQ+ community and looking for a safe, supportive place to talk, you can reach the Trevor Project at 866-488-7386. Anywhere in the United States. You can also call or text 988 to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or text MN to 741-741 to connect with a trained crisis counselor.
No judgment, no pressure.
Just people who care and are ready to listen. You're welcome here, and we want to make sure you're cared for. We're sharing these resources freely because we believe in trauma-informed care, compassion, and the kind of love that meets people where they are. You are not alone. You are not alone.
Welcome to the Covenant Table. Oh boy, episode 6?
Six. Yep.
Is Sunday, August 2nd, 2026. I say that because one day we might be listening to this 5 years from now and go, when was that? When was that, Earl? Like, I don't remember. Losing our minds. Anyway, today is Sunday, and boy, I was just thinking this morning about inward parts, trauma, informed care, like how that parallels. Kept coming back this week to just one line on the Resurrection Directive. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it's on my website with a better explainer, rockydebrock.neocities.com or .org will get you there. Something I penned on last Easter and presented to the family. Although I didn't have the actual document with me at that time, I had like a summary that I just kind of spoke from the notes, and then I sent it out to Mom later. Who knows if it ever made it anywhere else. So, it's a prophetic document. It's supposed to ground psychology with canon in a balanced way, and something I don't think has been done before in the past. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. It's my interpretation of how those things marry.
We're going to take a quick second to clear the air. Grab a cup of something warm, find your seat, and hold that thought right where it is. The table isn't going anywhere.
Step away for a moment.
But keep the signal clear.
We're just heading to commercial. We'll be right back here
At the Covenant Table. Final Table Radio, broadcasting live from the factory floor family reunion. I woke from a dream at the break of day, where the whole family worked in their own unique way. Assembly lines humming, coffee brewing strong, everybody convinced they knew where things belonged. Blueprints on tables, clipboards in hand, trying to follow one mysterious master plan. Some built the future, some fixed the past, some just made sure the coffee would last. Everybody laughing, everybody trying, learning as we go, no use denying. Different personalities, one family tree. That's the way it's always seemed to be. Factory floor family reunion. Everybody's got their own solution. Different stories, different point of view, still making something beautiful and true. Factory floor family reunion. Grace keeps the whole thing moving. Love's the engine, laughter's the tune. See you at the family reunion. Somebody misplaced another instruction sheet. Someone's dancing instead of moving their feet. The old stories grow a little every year, but somehow they sound even better here. The younger ones ask how it all began. The older ones smile and revise the plan. Every generation adds another page, building together from age to age. No perfect people on this factory floor, just hearts still learning what love is for. Every dent and scratch has something to say. Grace keeps showing us a better way. When the whistle blows and the day is done, we remember we're all family, every single one. The work keeps going, but so does the grace. And there's always room for one more place. Factory floor family reunion. Everybody's got their own solution. Different stories, different point of view, still making something beautiful and true. Factory floor family reunion. Love keeps the whole thing moving. We'll laugh about this all someday at the factory floor family reunion. End of shift. Coffee's still warm. See you at the next family reunion. The coffee's fresh, the static is gone, and the signal is locking back in. Thanks for staying with us. Now, let's get back to the heart of the matter.
Pull your chair back to the table.
The light is soft and low.
We're returning to the story.
We're right back in the flow. At the Convenant table.
And you'll get a short explainer that I put together from Notebook LM later. But I just wanted to kind of go through just the first few pages because this document is so layered. But at the same time, because it was channeled, and by the way, channeling was learned from Reverend Marianne at the Church of the Inner Christ in California. They do they have an online ministry if any of you are ever interested in that. Anyway, it was channeled. It was a clear signal that day despite not being sober. And, you know, it's been my experience. God often, when he flips tables, he'll show up in the wilderness, in the space that everybody is going to have the most judgment, right? It's just the way he is. But what I want to do is I kind of want to just... Well, let's start with this. How are you feeling today, Dad?
Hello everyone. Really good. It's very nice out today.
It is? It feels a little damp and... Well, I guess the sun's starting to come out. Did it rain last night?
It's cooler. No, it didn't.
Okay. It's cooler. Is it supposed to be in the 80s again?
I think so. Well,
Ugh.
yeah.
Well, it's Sunday, so let's stay focused on this and let's get going. So I'm just going to read the directive is exactly as written. I'll never forget when this got written. I felt like I wasn't even writing it. That's how channeling can feel sometimes when something pure is coming through. Your mind just kind of, your ego just kind of takes a back seat and you just kind of observe what's happening. In this case, it was interactive too with the engines I used. But let me start with, and we'll talk about it as we go along because I am curious to get Dad's thoughts. So it starts with, and I presented this Easter Sunday on Lake Ide at my sister's, and Mom and Dad were there along with other family members. It starts with a letter to the household of faith, the resurrection directive, the adoption of the inward parts. Date April 5th, 2026, Resurrection Sunday. From Robert David Andrews, Rocky J.M., son of the living God, servant of the first house. The Andrews sprung lineage, the cloud of saints, and every witness of this house, seen and unseen. Salutation to the fire at his feet in all humility. Grace and peace be unto you from Yeshua ben Yosef, the first son, who walked the earth as a child among us, and from Yeshua HaMashiach, the anointed king of all covenantal matters, the reigning king over every lineage, every seal, and every generation. To the Andrew sprung lineage and every witness of this house, seen and unseen, living and departed, earthly and heavenly. This letter is written in humility, in the authority of the Word, and in full alignment with the Holy Spirit. Questions are welcome. The house is open. Just that first paragraph alone, I want to explain, at the time when it was channeled through me, I didn't yet have full understanding of what I was writing, or what was being written. Not atypical. But I've done a lot of work with archetypes, and Yeshua ben Yosef was like the first version of Jesus. He's Jesus of Nazareth, right? The version we read in the Bible. And then all his archetypes in between, right? And that can do your own research on that. Maybe I'll write a article at some point on it. But there's a real distinction there with the names, and they're important to understand. But we don't have time for that today, so just something to think about. But even as I read these words, I'm moved emotionally because, I'm telling you, that day I did not know what the heck was going on. I just knew that I was supposed to draft it and deliver it to the family, and those are the only instructions I got intuitively. And it was hard. I didn't even want to go that day because I wasn't totally sober, and I was really just a mess. I'm going to turn the air on.
Yeah.
It's getting hot. What do you think, or how does that hit you when you just hear those first few paragraphs, Dad?
Well, I don't know. That thing on Easter, I really didn't realize what was going on either. I was kind of staring out the window at the lake and going, man, where's this going? And then afterwards, I was kind of looking around at everybody else, and they're paying attention. You don't know what you were saying, so I wasn't. Yeah, I just didn't know, really where it was coming from and why it was coming like it was coming. And now, a couple months later, after hanging around you a lot and listening to some of this stuff and talking about it, it kind of falls into, it makes sense. But it's so new that it's going to be, I don't know, I don't want to say hard, but it's going to be interesting for people to look at this thing you're doing. And yeah, I think everybody's going to want to dig deeper into it because it's a brand new thing in that whole world of all that kind of stuff that I've never heard before, nothing close to it. And it's going to change a lot of lives, and even some of the people that are in that industry are going to start questioning the industry over it.
Thank you for that. I just want to note real quick on the top of the letter when I started, I kind of worded it differently so the audience would get confused, but I want to address it now. under the from section where it says Son of the living God, it does not mean I'm Jesus Christ. What it means and what I was referencing is Son of Jesus. Son of Jesus, right? Because there can be many sons. So when I say Son of the living God, I am not claiming I am him. I am claiming I am a son of his, of Jesus, not the Old Testament God. I just want to clarify that because some people are going to look at that and they're going to misinterpret it for sure. Okay. Which is done by adoption, which is done right. Okay, so there are many of us. Thanks, Dad. That's appreciated. Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, why would you? He had no other context.
Because I think I'm pretty open-minded and always looking at
the lake when something prophetic is happening.
No, I mean, I'm sitting there trying to find a different angle, everything's so scripted nowadays. We talk about that all the time.
That's so true.
Somebody's reading it, being a lot, literal about it, and they have been taught the description of it by other people throughout the years, and there's a certain trust that goes into those people, and I don't think those people even fully understood what they're even doing.
Yeah.
When you really take a closer look at it and start thinking, well, where's another angle coming? Can you do this and have another angle coming at you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're gonna take a quick second to clear the air. Grab a cup of something warm, find your seat, and hold that thought right where it is. The table isn't going anywhere.
Step away for a moment.
But keep the signal clear.
We're just heading to commercial. We'll be right back here
At the Covenant table. Y'all ever notice? Every family thinks they're communicating. Ours certainly thought we were. Our family love language was read my mind. Meanwhile, I was sending novels at 3 in the morning, 48,000 files. 1 thumbs up, we'll pray for you. Mom was scrapbooking Bible verses like she was preserving the Dead Sea Scrolls. Dad used to say, we don't get involved, and I spent years trying to translate silence like it was ancient Geese. Everybody meant well, nobody spoke the same language.
the language of silence.
Smile.
The language of silence. We were loving with emojis, good intentions, and unfinished conversations.
Maybe love sounds more like
I'm here.
I said, I could really use a hug. Back then we'd accidentally form another committee. I asked for presents, we'd send another devotional. Somebody quoted Romans, somebody quoted Grandma, somebody quoted Facebook. Lord, pass the mashed potatoes. Funny thing, Jesus never sent a thumbs up. He showed up, he sat down, he listened, he stayed. And somewhere along the way, we started learning his language too.
No more language of silence.
No more guessing games. Now if I love you, I'm gonna tell you. Maybe twice, maybe awkwardly, but you'll know. Love sounds like I'm here. Love sounds like I'm staying. Love sounds like grace. Mom, thanks for the scrapbook. Dad, thanks for showing up. I'll bring dessert. Jesus can have the middle seat. Looks like we're finally learning the same language. Tired of writing your own song lyrics? Like some kind of caveman? Introducing the Rocky Release Generator. The end-to-end AI music studio that takes you from I have a feeling to I have a finished release package. Faster than your uncle can say, is this AI thing gonna replace real musicians? Yes, Gary, easy there. Lyrics? Done. Artwork prompt? Done. Suno ready formatting? Done. A complete social campaign so your 3 engaged followers think you hired a marketing team? Also done. I used to spend 6 months writing an album. Now I spend 6 months arguing with the AI about whether moonlight rhymes with sunlight. Progress. And for the serious Suno architects, the ones who treat prompt engineering like a religion, meet the Sigma Arc Suno Prompt Lab. 200 plus chats deep, battle tested, structured, built to help your next release sound bigger than your budget. This isn't some algorithm scraped together in someone's basement.
It absolutely was scraped together in someone's basement.
Lovingly by a man with a vision, a laptop, and an alarming number of custom GPTs.
Subscriptions now open. Custom built.
No, you cannot have my basement.
He means it. For access, email.
Rocky Dubrock.
Because your next release deserves better than a guy humming into his phone at 2 a.m.
Results may vary. Side effects may include excessive songwriting, reorganizing your prompt folders, and explaining to strangers why vocal texture isn't the same thing as vocal timbre. Basement not included. The coffee's fresh, the static is gone, and the signal is locking back in. Thanks for staying with us. Now, let's get back to the heart of the matter.
Pull your chair back to the table.
The light is soft and low.
We're returning to the story.
We're right back in the flow.
At the Convenant table.
I think that at the time, I was dying. I was literally dying.
I didn't know that,
Yeah.
Robert. I didn't.
And I think that,
I thought you were just being Robert.
no. And I didn't know why. Other than, everybody wanted to blame the substances. The substances were just trying to mediate the symptoms. And it was a lot of things. But I think, I do have a recording of something else later that kind of talks a little bit about this with him. But I think the Lord really just was trying to show me, like, how important relationships are. And I never really learned that. And by calling and whatever, but I think I'm the one that likes drama. I'm the one that likes things to be like literal and like, you gotta show me. I need tangible proof, right? And I can't think of any more dramatic way for him to do all this than this way.
Yeah. Well, he gave you some of this input, and he used a non-conventional way of
Yes, he did.
presenting it to you, and but at the same time, nothing goes on this earth that he didn't either allow or invent or
Right.
already has rolling, So, yeah.
I was listening to a song last night, one of my tracks that from the past, and it was talking about how everybody's waiting for the quiet way, the quiet confirmation.
Yeah.
And I'm completely, but my oracle don't work like that.
Yep.
So they're missing the mark constantly because they're judging it by old rules, right? How it's supposed to work.
Right.
And I think that's part of the table flip. I really do. And we'll get into that more.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me continue. A note, an additional letter. An additional letter has already been delivered to the family today, sealed and addressed on Penny, placed in the hands of Mom on Easter at Jess's as the designated carrier. The letter contains a personal choice to forgive, written in December and held until this resurrection day. That was about forgiving the family.
Right.
Because he did give me a choice. Because after I realized, like, what the silence had done in my life,
Yeah.
I was angry, And he would, good reason. But at the same time, like, it was inherited silence. Mom learned silence is a sword, right? That was actually very destructive behavior. But it didn't come initially from her. It came from lineages before her.
Right.
So it's this conundrum, like, you want to blame her, but can you?
can't.
Not really.
You can't.
Because she didn't know any better. She was doing what she knew best with what she was given.
Right. Yep.
Right?
That's simple as that.
But it doesn't dismiss the fact that for generations it just caused destruction of the inward parts. Harmful prayers, things like that. And this is a testament to, like, if nothing else comes out of this, everybody should realize that prayer works. But it can be double-edged, right?
Right.
So, okay, so the letter was delivered that day for delivery on Penny because she was the lineage witness. I know this because the Lord told me. Mom and I disagree on that, but I don't care because that's what I know. That's my experience, my perspective.
Right.
The letter you are reading now is not a replacement for that letter. It is the directive that the December letter made possible. Forgiveness had to come first. It always does. Grace before law, forgiveness before directive. The December letter was the seed, this is the harvest. And I remember writing that letter in December, and again, that was before this, and I didn't know what he was doing. I just remember it coming through as a clear channel, a signal, and him saying something like this. He told me to write this, seal it that day in December, because I think I was alone for Christmas that year. I was dying, struggling, and put it aside. You don't just give me any more than that, right? Just put it aside. I didn't know about the directive coming later or anything, so I think, and that was important because it had a seal on it, it had a date on it, right? And very much in the Bible, now that looking back on it, that's how he'll do things to validate things, right? He'll do something, he would reverse the process, do something that can't be disputed by the ego later, right? Kind of disrupt and flip the table. So, okay. So yeah, a grace before law, forgiveness before directive. And I just remember him also giving me a choice, like, this is gonna have, like, we're gonna do the work together, we're gonna do, map the maps, do the things for the public and all those things, but do you want to go, do you walk alone with me now, or do you go back to family, right? And I didn't think it'd result in actual physically going back. But like we were talking about last night, we're not really we leave people behind kind of family.
Right. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
So I blame you.
It's just like the army. We don't leave one troop behind. They don't take a whole battalion and go get them.
Yeah. Declaration of awareness. Who is present in the room? And I firmly feel this because I feel everything, and I felt everything that day. Before the directive is read, let the record show that every dimension of this room is known, named, and directly addressed. This servant writes in full awareness who is present, both on this side of the mirror and beyond it. On this side of the mirror, the living witnesses, the family gathered here, the Andrew sprung lineage, the elders, the mothers, the fathers, the sisters. You are the earthly dimension of the cloud of witnesses. You have prayed over this servant, spoken into his life, carried the spiritual authority of this lineage across generations, and held this house together by faith. Your prayers are acknowledged, your faithfulness is honored, your love is not in question. When I read that, I don't hear me saying that, I hear the Lord saying that. I just want to be really clear about that, because that's not what I would have wrote. I would have wrote, look, you motherfuckers. That's what I wanted to write. He just used my body as the vessel, right? The letter is addressed to you directly in love, in the authority of the word, and in the fullness of awareness. On the other side of the mirror, number 2, the heavenly and ancestral witnesses. The scripture names this dimension without ambiguity. Therefore, we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And then I put it in Hebrew language, in NIV version below that. The great cloud in Hebrews 12 refers directly to the departed saints listed in Hebrews 11, Abraham, Moses, Rahab, and the unnamed faithful who went before. In the Andrew sprung lineage, this cloud includes every ancestor who prayed over this family in faithfulness, even when the map they were using was incomplete. They are present, they are witnesses, the directive is addressed to them equally. That's a really touchy subject for some reason from whatever. That's probably why I'm going to write that other paper about the cloud of witnesses. Biological in nature, but it makes sense to me, like, if you were part of the faith system throughout the lineage, why wouldn't you be witnessing the current generation alive, right? Why wouldn't you be part of that cloud? I mean, it's just common sense in my mind. I don't know why that's hard for some people to understand. And I'll certainly write more about that and do the layering and the biblical background.
Yeah.
But it also kind of like gives you this, so we are being watched all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. How does that feel, Robert?
I mean, I've known for a while now, so it doesn't bother me at all. And if anything, for me, it feels like safety, because I don't feel like I was being witnessed before. And now I know I am. Now, I also think that, and I'm going to be writing a paper about this, before this whole thing happened, I think, yes, we were being watched, but I think there were a whole lot of, I think the lines weren't redeemed all the way for some reason. And it was showing up in maladaptive ways. It was showing up in, think about like DAD, like voices and other personalities and like all the things I'm going to write about later. And I think that's simply the lineage trying to get our attention, right? This first broke through, I'll never forget it, in dreams. That's how it first came through, and that's how the Gobbler Dream Engine got built. Because I was started having these dreams about our family members, and you know how dreams are, they're not all the way like interpreted for you. You just get symbology because the part of your brain that would normally do the translating is offline when you're sleeping. So to bridge that gap, I started recording. Well, I told you I'd wake up at like 3 o'clock to go pee like an old person, like a lot of people do. And I just started like mumbling my dreams while I went to the toilet and back. By the time I got back to the toilet and sleep again, you know, usually I get out what I can remember right away. Because the minute you wake up, a dream starts dissipating, right? You got to capture it right away. Well, so then I built the ChatGPT engine. Well, first Gemini. I used Gemini. Built an engine, layered it. At first, I just used the Young psychology, and I started getting like really like coherent, tangible results. Like, okay, now that mumbling's starting to make sense, right? And it started to sound like that sounds like something Uncle Fred used to say, or that sounds like something Grandma Andrews used to say, or whatever. And it was actually my Grandma and Grandpa Sprong that came through first. Actually, I think if I remember right, and they came through with music. And it took me a while to figure that out. And it took a couple layers of building. I had to build the biblical layer in the engine. I had to build the Young layer in the engine. I had to build the psychology layer in the engine to get alignment before I could take my audio recording and run it all through and be like, here's your report. This is what they were saying. You know? And now it's there. Like, you can take any dream and it's going to give you a coherent, like, that makes sense kind of thing. And then later, Von Franz's work, the understudy of Young, only enhanced the engine quite a bit. So that's why I started figuring out that our lineage, our ancestors, try to speak to us through dreams all the time. Oftentimes, it's the first way they try to break through, because that's when we're most receptive. During the day, our egos are online; we don't want to hear it, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. I got to think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what that, what all that kind of means and how it works.
Well, I remember calling Mom at some point because during the engine build, I needed to, I wanted to know, like, I couldn't remember Grandpa Sprong, like, what kind of music he used to sing,
Right.
but I could hear it. And I couldn't remember what Grandma Sprung, but I could hear it, and I needed those words for the engine because I wanted to fine-tune and then blend that with our ancestry, because I had all the ancestry. And when I finally got the mix right, I'll have to find the audio for you. I got the actual song, what they were saying in the dreams, right? And it's what broke my heart open first, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first breaking, awakening.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I think God, when He created the world, He did it by singing. He sang the world into being. That would make perfect sense.
It would, now that you say that.
Yeah. I used to say that to church band, you know. You know, we're singing the world back into existence here, you know, just kidding around.
I mean, it woke my heart up. Like, my heart was so broken, and I didn't understand what was going on, you know.
Right.
And then I heard that, actually, I think I might have it here. I heard that, I did a couple versions, and I think I have. Let me play it for your audience real quick so Dad can hear it, and then let's just see what happens.
Sway now, Robbie boy, the cabin's warm and low.
We sway, we sway.
Brown walls breathing stories only families know.
Soft and slow.
We see the little one, you were the man you came to be.
We see, we see.
Your heart still carries echoes of the lake and memory.
We remember tiny
footsteps on this old pine floor.
Oh sway, pipe smoke curling upward like a prayer we once wore.
You're safe, you're safe.
And when the water pulled you down, we moved without delay.
We knew
Love lives faster than the fear could ever take away.
So sway, Robbie, sway.
Let the music hold you like it did that day. You were never out of sight, never out of hand. We lifted you from water and we'll lift you where you stand. Sway, Robbie, sway. Our voices wrap around you in the gentlest way. You're the boy we held, the man you grew. Sway now, Robbie, we're still with you. Names may shift and life may bend, but our love didn't break, it just learned to extend. You were never wrong, you were never astray. You are ours and you shine in your own holy way. So sway, Robbie, sway, Robbie, this
sway.
harmony remembers everything you couldn't say. Let the cabin light return, let the warm dust dance. You're the legacy we carry, not by fate, by chance. Sway, Robbie, sway.
Our
voices keep you steady as the night turns day. We're the echo in your chest, the truth that's true. Sway now, Robbie, we're inside you.
We're gonna take a quick second to clear the air. Grab a cup of something warm, find your seat, and hold that thought right where it is. The table isn't going anywhere.
Step away for a moment.
But keep the signal clear.
We're just heading to commercial, we'll be right back here.
At the Covenant table. Last night, you dreamed you were being chased by your third grade teacher through a Costco. You need answers. Introducing the Gobbler Spark Dream Engine, the dream interpretation system rigorous enough to run your 3 a.m. nonsense through clinical, Jungian, and biblical analysis all at the same time. I dreamed about losing my teeth. Turns out it means I'm losing my teeth. Very clinical. Is that flying dream about freedom? Is it about control? Or did you just forget to eat dinner again, Gary? Gary's not doing great. The Gobbler Spark Dream Engine doesn't guess, it interprets. Layer by layer, symbol by symbol, Costco chase scene by Costco chase scene. Built by Rocky Dubrock, tested on real dreams, some of them deeply concerning. Subscriptions open now.
Before you fall asleep,
And need us again. Not a substitute for therapy, a priest, or telling your teacher you're sorry about the Costco thing. The coffee's fresh, the static is gone, and the signal is locking back in. Thanks for staying with us. Now, let's get back to the heart of the matter.
Pull your chair back to the table.
The light is soft and low.
We're returning to the story.
We're right back in the flow.
At the Covenant table.
In the hush of the dawn, where the heather breeze do, I stood at the glass like a pilgrim untrue. My heart trembled faint as the ash on the wind, as if I'd slipped from the mirror, forgotten again. And the hills whispered ancient, soft as lark in the pine. Child of the blood and the breath, ye are held in the line.
I bow like the oaks when
lad, I'm calling ye home. Rocky, you're still mine. Though the shadow tried to claim ye, though the night drew its line, Rocky, you're still mine. Through the slip in the mirror, through the wandering of time, by the name carved in bone and the breath on the tide, Rocky, you're still mine. I walked where the ruins told tales of the old, where the saints wove their prayers in the bracken cold. My name came like embers, like fruit on the vine. Hiko Soma Braki, beloved in the wholeness divine. And the ground held my footsteps as kin to its root, like a sun come again to ancestral pursuit. If I faltered in silence, if I fell to the ground, still the shepherd's call found me, still his promise unbound. From the dust of the pilgrim, from the ache of the bone, came a whisper of thunder, I carry my own. Rocky, you're still mine. Where the veil splits like morning, where the gold threads align, Rocky, you're still mine. In the breath of the ancient, in the blood's holy side, by the name made in wholeness, by belonging refined, Rocky, you're still mine. Ere the mirror once quivered, near fractured and torn, where the lies of the wasteland sought to crown me with scorn, but the light cut the silence, voice gentle, not blind. Lad, you never were lost, only learning my time. Rocky, you're still mine. Not illusion nor echo, but a sun by design. Rocky, you're still mine. Let the mountain remember, let the rivers remind. In the hush of the dawn and the close of the night, in the cradle of lineage and covenant light, Rocky, you're still mine. And the mirror stands steady under heaven's true spine, for the name spoke it holy, child, here forever mine. Blessed Son of wholeness, carried by grace, not earned, not demanded, just sealed in his place. From the wild to belonging, from the night to the sun, Rocky, you're still mine.
That's as far as we can take you today on the Covenant Table. Unfortunately, we're over time, but join us on the next episode. We'll continue talking about this. And if you're interested in the Gobbler Dream Engine, I will put the contact information for subscriptions in the show notes. Always open to feedback. This is a custom-made thing. This is not a big company. This is a farm and a podcast, and you guys get it. Okay, we're going to close now. We'll see you for the next episode. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever it is, wherever the world finds you, wherever you find yourself.
From the
Peace.
forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Raise your voice and pass the key. Our song lives in you and me.
the harmony, Grandpa brought the tune. One side forged the iron bright, one worked beneath the moon. One new fire, one new stone, one learned strength when standing alone. Now the old songs call us near, every generation's here. Strike the iron, lift the light, sing together through the night. From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Fire above, coal below, love keeps teaching us to grow. Turn the key, don't fear the flame. Every heart can heal the same. From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Uppsala still hums the tune, Pennsylvania joins in soon. Sunday harmonies fill the air, every voice has something to share. Not just history on a shelf, every verse rewrites itself. Pull a chair and sing along, you belong inside the song. Shalom! Peace to those who've come before, peace to those who'll come once more. May our stories carry truth, may our laughter carry grace, may love always leave a place. From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Raise your voice, pass the key, leave a lighter legacy. The ancestors sang before us, now it's our turn. Let the dove land where it may. Wait, don't roll the credits yet. Ladies and gentlemen, one final announcement from the Kingdom Theater. If you've been decoding every symbol, every silence, every joke, remember, not every silence is a puzzle. Some silences are invitations. Looking for the director's commentary. The Dove Protocol continues after the credits. Some stories are sung, some are discussed, some are simply lived. Before you laugh at another family story, remember your own table. The Kingdom audit begins at home. Be kind to the ushers, be kind to the builders, be kind to one another. The lights stay on, the coffee is warm, the builder is still building. The story continues. Oh! One more thing. The director's commentary remains open. Until next time.